Assalamu alaikum. Hope you all are doing well. Today our lesson is related to topic 7, lesson 7.1, the relationships between two variables practice. So we have given the question number 1 and we have given the table here down. So we need to fill these columns given in this table. So according to the question, it's related to the input cost of pizza that is given that 9.75 and then 12 and 14.50. Now, Sadi ordered a pizza and had it delivered. The delivery fee is 3.50. If you order this one, you have to pay 3.50 for the pizza. If you order for uh, if the pizza cost is 12, you also have to pay this fees. If the cost of the pizza is 14.50, you have to pay this fee. So it means in every relation we have to add this value. So let us add this value here. If we have uh, for example, we have 9 point, if we order a pizza that costs 9.75, then we need to pay this fees, that is 3.50. So if we order this one, we will pay the fee that is 3.7. If we order a pizza that costs 9.75, then we have to pay the delivery fee. Same for this one. If we are paying 12.00 plus, we will also pay the cost of delivery that is 3.50. Even if we order this pizza that is 14, that's cost 14.50, we have to pay the fees that is 3.50. If we add all of this amount, how much will be the total cost? You can see everything is related to a variable. If you have the cost of pizza, we say that the pizza p, you can see here. Then we have a rule. A rule mean that's defining, do you need to add this cost, the delivery cost and the pizza cost. So we are adding the pizza and then the delivery fee, the pizza and then the delivery fee, the cost of pizza and then the delivery fee. Now how much will be the total cost if we order a small pizza that is 9.75 including this fee, how much it will cost us if we try to add 9.75 with 3.50. So you can add it by using the math rule, that is if it's 9.75, we can add with this one 3.3.50. And if we add all of these amounts, you can see here, let me add these two numbers. If I add this 5 plus 0 will be 5 and this 7 plus 5 will be 12 and we have remaining 1. So 9 plus 3 will be 12 and 12 plus 1 will be 13. You can check it again. 5 plus 0 is 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. 1 is remaining. Carry on here. 9 plus 1 10. 10 plus 3 is 13.50. So it means the total cost that will be here is 13.25. Same we can add. This is a very simple. We don't need to add using this way. 12 plus 3 will be 15.50. It's very simple. But in this case, we know that 14 plus 3, the whole number, that is 14, and this 3 will be 17. But when you will add 50 and 50, it will give you $1. So 14 plus 3 17, then plus 1 will be 18. So in this way, you can find, if you have given the cost of pizza and the rule is given that if you will order a small pizza or the medium size or the large one, and you have to pay the delivery fees, which is 3.50. Okay, and after adding this one, we can find the total cost, and the cost, we have the letter C, and same here we have the letter P. Why I'm telling these letters? Because these letters will help us to solve the question in the next lesson. So we keep in mind these letters that are related to the question. Same as this question, we have given the input cost of the purchase, that if you will purchase the price 5.67, 8.34 and 11.97, different cost is given, and the rule is given that if you are gonna purchase this one for this is a coupon, that is like you can say this is a discount in every case, yani it will give you a coupon for 1.50. So it's a coupon, it will be minus from every price. So if I will say like this one, same here, we have the initial price that is 5.67. So how we will know that? Do we need to add it, or do we need to minus it? It depends upon the question. Here it is saying the coupon, so that's why we are minusing it. So it will be 1 minus 5.50. Same here, 8.34, then minus, then 1.50. It's coupon for every whatever you will purchase here. What will be the cost? It's 11.97 minus 1.50. So the coupon will be same. Okay. So now the question is how I'm finding is, do we need to add or do we need to subtract? One is the given rule here. Yani select every price and then do minus 1.50. But for example, if these tables are not given, so how you will know that? Do you need to add it or do you need to subtract? Everything is given in your question. You can find from your question that this is a coupon and it means this is a discount. And it's also mentioned here, you can see that your price is p minus 1.50. So it means definitely you have to do the minus. So same we will do. We will just solve one question here, how to do the minus, and the remaining one will be your work. So 5 point, let me just erase it. Okay. So now let me write here 5.67 and then minus 1.50. So how I will do the minus? It's very simple. We will first align the decimal, and the decimal should be aligned here. You can see the decimal is below the decimal. Now first number 7 minus 0 is 7. This 6 minus 5 will be 1. And then we have the decimal after two numbers. Now 5 minus 1 is 4. So it means here our answer will be 4.17. Same in this case, if we have 8.34, 8.34 minus we have 1.50, we minus it, you can find the answer, that is 6.84. And then we have 11.97 minus 1.50, so it will give us 10.47. You can do the minus same as we are doing in the first part. So from these two questions we find that in one question the relation is of addition, in the second question the relation is of subtraction. So we can find that the total cost depending upon our initial variable. So why we are saying that relationship between two variables? The one, you can see here these values are independent. Like independent mean the input, that's we don't know, it can be 15, it can be 20, whatever the amount. But when we will select this input, our output, that is the total cost, will depend upon this input. That if you will give 9.75, then the output will be according to this number. So these two variables are related to each other. It the dependent variable, this output, we called it the dependent variable, and it's totally dependent depending upon the input that is in this column. Okay, so whatever the value you will select here, it's your choice. So we will say that this is input. But when we will find the final answer, we called it the dependent value because it's dependent upon the input. If you will input here 10, if you will put here 20 or 25, whatever you will input, it's your choice to select any number, but the out will depend upon your input. So these two variables, input and output, are related to each other. Input is your choice and the output will depend upon input. Okay, so we solved these two questions. Now let us move towards the question number 3 and 4. Okay, the question number 3 and 4 is the same, like just he is changing the number. So from this question again, he is saying that the coupon. It means 0.75 is the minus. You have to minus from the cost that is given here. The cost of salad that is S, and the output that is the total cost is C, cost total. So this is the rule we have to do minus. But why we have to do this is mentioned here. So let us do the minus and we will see our answer. Same, I will write all the numbers here. That is 2.79 minus, sorry, minus 0.75. Okay, same I will write here in the second portion, that is 2.7, sorry, 3.55 minus 0.75. And again in this question, same here, 4.25, that is the cost of salad, minus 0.75. So why we are doing the minus? One is very clear that the minus is mentioned here. But what about if minus is not mentioned? We can see from the question. No, we have to do the same thing as we did in the previous question. So when you will do the minus here, 2.75 minus 0.75. So we know that if we do this one, so it will be 2.79 minus 75 will be 0.4. You can check it. Okay. And then we have the second same. We will do the minus alignment of decimal. So if we have 3.55 minus 0.75, when you will calculate it will give you 2.8. Okay, third one same as it is, we will do this minus 4.25 minus 0.75, it will give you 3.5. So we have the answer for this table also. And the input, you can see here, this is written input. All of this is input. It can be any number. It's independent. You can select any number, but these numbers are given, so we have to solve the questions according to these numbers. But if you look on the last column, you will see output. So your output is depending upon the input values. Okay. So one, we are saying the input as independent variable, and this output we are saying it's dependent, but on what's value it's dependent? It's depending upon your input. Same is this question. You can see here the rule. It's mentioned there that there is nothing like addition or subtraction. Nothing is given. You have to define what you will select here. So we discussed this one in the class, that if you have a variable with a number, it means they are multiplying. The number is multiplying with the variable. But also the input is not given. In all of other question, the input was given, but in this question, input is not given. It means you have to select the number. What will be your input? Average buying material by the yard to make the bags. The material cost 4.98 per yard. So first is given the total cost of C yard is equal to 4.98 times Y. So how you will know that? What will be the rule? It's mentioned here. 4.98 times Y. So that's why he write here the rules 4.98 Y. Now complete the table to find the number of yards every purchase if the total cost is 14.94, 29.88 or 44.82. So here our rule is very clear that 4.98 times what number will give us this 14.94. So one thing is very clear here. If I write here 4.98 multiply, I am writing inside the brackets to make sure that what number should I multiply will give me this 14.94. So first let us try that. For example, if we have the number 4.9, if I multiply this number, maybe at the end I have the number 4, 14.94. So 8 times 2, it will not give me, it will give me 16. That's its look like this number will not 2. Okay, if I multiply by 3, it will give me 8 times 3 is 24. So I can check it by number 3. So if I multiply this one by number 3, it will give me 24 at the end. So I can see 8 times 3 is 24 and I have 2 remaining. Then 3 times 9 is 27 plus 2 is 29. So I can select the number that this number should be 3. If I just multiply, same will happen with this one. I will write 4.98. So what number should I multiply will give me 29.88. So definitely I have to select the number that should be greater than 3. Now if I select 4, so 8 times 4 will be 32. That's not 8. Then I will select number 5. 8 times 5 is 40. Definitely is not 8. Let me select the number 6. So 6 times 8 will be 48 and it will give me the same number 8 at the end. So you can check it, you can multiply this number and you can find that this answer is 6. If you just check and multiply it, you will see that your answer will be the same one. So it means if you select multiply, what value of the input is 6. Same for this one, we will write here 4.98. So what number should I multiply? You can see the answer should at the end should be 2, but I cannot select this number 3. I can't select this number 6 because this number is greater than all the previous numbers. So it should be greater. It cannot be. Look, for example, if I select 7, 7 times 8 is 56, but the number at the end is 2. So I cannot select this one. Then I will select 8. 8 times 8 is 64, but our last number is 2. I can't select this one. Then I will select 9. So if I select 9, you will see that this answer will be the same one. You can check these answer by multiplying the numbers and you will find it that our answer is correct. So in the first three questions, it was given that any relation was given. The answer was very simple. You find the total cost. But this time total cost is given. You have to find the rule is also given. You have to find the input. What number you multiply. If you select 2, you find 2 times 8 is 16. It's not 4. Your answer, for example, you can judge these number in your mind. Look, this is 4. So what number should I multiply with this one? It will give me 4. For example, I select 2. 2 times 8 is 16. It's not 4. Then I select 3. 3 times 8 is 24. So it means this is making a sense. So I multiply it and find the answer. Same this one. I multiply by 5. 8 times 5 is 40, which is not 8. Then 8 times 6 is 40. So you can judge it. Okay. Now let's move towards the next question. Okay. The next question is question number 5 and 6. That's the same one. Actually, we have to find for every cost the total is given. This is given 9.50. So what number should I multiply will give me this values that is given here. For example, he's saying that it should be 00 and your answer should be 19. I know that 9 times 2 is 18. So if I multiply this number by 2, it will gives me 18, and then there are 50 cents. So 50 plus 50 will be 1. So 18 plus 1 will be 19. It's very simple. So let us move towards the next one, which is 9.50, same. And this number is multiplying, so I will put in the bracket that because this number is multiplying, so it's easy to put in the bracket. Now what value should I select? I can't select the number 2 again because this answer you can see this is 19, this is 28. It's greater. So how is it possible the answer will be 2? So let us select 3. 3 times 0 will be 0. Okay, this is 0. Then I will multiply 3 times 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Oh, this is 1 5 also. Then I have 1, so it means this is 3. You can check it, you can multiply it, it will give you 28.50. Same in this case, 9.50. So what number should I multiply will give me this values that is this one, 47.5. You can see this 47 is greater than all the previous numbers. So your answer cannot be 2, your answer cannot be 3. Let me try 4 for example. So 4 times 0 will be 0. Okay, the last digit is 0. Then 4 times 5 will be 20. This is not 0. It means 4 is not possible. So let me try here 5. So when I will try 5, 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 will be 25, which is 5 and 2 remaining. So 9 times 5 is 45 plus 2, 47.50. So it means you are selecting these numbers. So the selecting numbers are your input that you are selecting. So we will say that these are the input value numbers of i's. So we will say that 2, 3, and 5. Same is this question. It's given the rules here. And if you want to find from the question statement, it's mentioned it's 0.95 times p. So we have given that what number you multiply, same we have given the total cost, and we need to check that what number should we multiply. So first is 0.95, okay, and we have to start from the small number from 2 and then so on 3, 4, 5, so on. So let me select from number 2. If I will select the number 2, so 2 times 5 will be 10, and then I have 9 times 2. I have 1 remaining, and 9 times 2 is 18, and then 9. That's not possible because your answer will be more than this one. So let me try, for example, what number should I try? If I try 3, 3 is not possible because 3 times 5 is 15, and here the answer is 0. So let me multiply by the even numbers, 2, 4, like 2 and 4 and 6 and 8 and so on 10. So let me multiply by 4. 4 times 5 will be 20. Oh, very good. This is 0, which means this makes a sense. Then 4 times 9 is 36, and 36 and 238. Oh, this is not possible. So it means this number is not possible. So let us try the number. You can try number 6. 6 times 5 is 30, and then 3. 6 times 9. It's not also possible. So let's us try number 8. 8 times 5 is 40. Okay, very good. This is 0, and we have 4 remaining. 9 times 8 is 72, plus 4 will be 76. So it means this make a sense. Okay, so you have to select this number. Then 0.95, the same number. What number you multiply will give you 11.40. So now we can't select this number 8. Our answer should be more than 8 because this total cost is 11, greater than 7. So our answer should be like 10, 12, 14, something like that, because it's 0, even number. So for example, if we multiply this number by the number, like as we were suggesting, if we multiply this number by 12, so 12 maybe give us, you can check it at home, you can multiply it. So this number will give you, sorry for that, this number is 12. If you multiply it, you will find that it will give you 11.40, because if I multiply it this number by 10, it will give me 9.5, but our answer is greater than 1. This one. Okay, same here. Your answer is 15.20. That's greater than all of these numbers. So 8 is not possible, 12 not possible. We are selecting the even numbers like 14. It should be more than 12. So 14, 16, or 18, something like that. So let me first try, for example, the number that is greater than this one is 14, but 14 is not possible because if you multiply it by 14 it will give you 13.3. So let me try 16. If you try 16 here, it will give you this answer. So the number that you are selecting, one is 8, then you select 12, then you select 16. One more thing, that if you just focus here, this difference is same if you select 8, then 12, then 16. So 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 plus 4 is 16. It make a sense, yani you have to check that which numbers. So what we learn from this lesson, two things. One, if you have given the input, you can find the output depending upon your input values. And if the input is not given, you can find the input from the given output. And what is the relation between them? They are connected with each other. You are you have free hand to select the values of your input. Okay, it can be any number, but the output will depend upon your input values, and it depends upon the relation that is given here. Okay, I hope you understand the questions in the lessons. If you have any question, feel free to contact with me. Thank you very much for listening and giving the times to this lesson. Thank you very much.